Guys, have we built the ultimate 300 Series GR touring vehicle? Stick with me, I'm going to give you a full rundown on my personal 300 Series and take you through everything that we've done and why we did it. Hey guys, it's Glenn here from TJM Northern Beaches. We're at our secret location at Oxford Falls to show you my personal 300 Series GR build. So it may not look like it, but this thing has done some serious miles on and off the road. It's done a full lap of Tasmania, it's done Moreton Island, it's done Fraser Island, it's done North Stradbroke Island, it's done South Australia, it's done the Simpson Desert, it's done the Flinders Ranges. Basically, the only thing left is Western Australia and Cape York, but that's on the cards. So starting at the front, I've opted for the TJM Ventura Bull Bar. This car being a GR Sport, being the sport model, I wanted to go that sporty look. Now a lot of people will say, hey, it's not a true bull bar because it doesn't have the hoops and the full protection. But let's be honest, unless you're sort of hitting a 6-foot roo, this thing's gonna do the job. And if you do hit a roo of that size, I think you've got some bigger problems on your hand. So the benefits of these bars, aside from the sporty look, you can still house everything in them. So I've got the TJM 12,000 pound winch in there, obviously the 22-inch light bar which incorporates into it. It's got the inbuilt recovery points, it keeps all the factory features. The only change we've had to make is we've had to put the aftermarket washers in for the headlights. So whilst we're on protection, we've got the full TJM underbody protection on this. So that's the front plate, it protects the motor, it protects the transfer case and it protects the gearbox. On the side of the car, we've got the Southern Cross Fab full rock sliders, and on the rear of the car, which we'll show you in a minute, is the all-new TJM rear bar. So moving on to the engine performance and protection aspect, I've done the Torque It module map and exhaust on this. So how the Torque It module map works is we take the factory tune off this car, we send it to Torque It, we send them a list of all the modification that the vehicle's getting, as well as what the vehicle's going to be doing. Is it towing, is it touring, do they want the maximum out of it? If it's got a snorkel, all those sorts of things. And then what they do is they tailor the tune to the vehicle's factory tune and send that back to us. We upload it and off you go. Once you've done all that power, to help protect that, I've got the Direction Plus catch can, as well as the pre-filter, and obviously the TJM AirTech snorkel and the diff breathers. Diff breathers all plumbed into the factory airbox, so the diff breathers actually breathe from the height of the snorkel. So onto the communication side of things, we always choose to run the GME XRS radios and antennas. Obviously Australian made, we love our Australian made products. So this has got the XRS 330 inside the cab, and then I'm running the GME antenna. I used to run a Cellfire mobile phone booster, but then I discovered Starlink. Game changer. I have got reception wherever I go. It doesn't matter if I'm in the Simpson Desert, if I'm at the top of Cradle Mountain in Tasmania, I can get back to customers. You know, we get hundreds of emails a day, the messages, the calls, there's so many social media platforms. So you've got to be on it 24/7, and this allows us to do that. So one of the most important things for me personally when I'm building a vehicle is the suspension. Now, the reason why I say it's important for me is number one, the GVM upgrade, because you know we throw so many accessories on these cars, and generally you're towing a van, you're always going to be over your GVM because these cars, they don't come with a massive payload. I think this one's 630 kilos of extra weight. Now, you know, from what I've already shown you, obviously most of that's already taken up. I mean, this comes in at 3.8 ton with a full tank of fuel. So obviously number one is the GVM upgrade, and I want the suspension to be as comfortable as possible on the road because we do so many Ks getting to those destinations. And then obviously it's got to have those off-road capabilities. Now, if you're unaware, the GR comes with an electronic adjustable suspension from factory. Obviously putting in the aftermarket suspension, you lose that fact, but with the JMax kit, you actually can retain that through an aftermarket controller, which is why we've gone the 4,200 kilo JMax GVM upgrade. And also what JMax does above most other manufacturers is they actually supply a rear diff housing, because a lot of these GVM companies, they don't take the axle weight into consideration. These guys do. So that's why we've chosen to go with the JMax kit. Don't know if you saw the struggle in my face, but the old knees aren't the best. Yeah. So moving up from the suspension, obviously we've got the rims and tires. We run the Method race wheels. These are the HD versions because they take the capacity that the car can now handle with the GVM upgrade. So any of the HD rims you can use. We wrap them in the Maxxis 35-inch mud terrain tires. These things are tough as. The recent Simpson Desert trip, we had 6 cars with us. We all ran the Maxxis tires. We did almost 4,000 kilometers on dirt roads. Not one of us blew a tire, and some of those roads were crazy. And to keep this all legal, because the 35s obviously stick out from the guards, we've got the all-new Wolverine 4x4 flare kit, which really complements the car. So a lot of the trips that we do, we find ourselves leaving work on a Friday afternoon and driving into the night. So that being said, that's why I'm running 2 of the 24-inch TJM Ultima light bars on the roof, as well as a set of the new Lightforce 9-inch Beast lights on the front. And up on the roof, I've gone with the Dace high-rise 1250 rooftop tent. Main reason I went for that one is, as you can see, it fits the platform perfectly, so you don't have that massive overhang, so that's not going to give you heaps of body roll. Also, they're extremely easy to set up. I can be up there on the ladder and in bed within a minute. So once you're inside this thing, I mean, I'm 6'3" and I have got heaps of room. There's power inside, there's lights, and also from Dace, we have their 270-degree freestanding awning bolted to the side of the rooftop tent. So to take that heavy payload on the roof, we've got the Yakima rugged line platform. So one of the massive things that everybody forgets about when they do up these vehicles is the brakes. You're adding all this additional weight to the vehicle and it's not going to pull up anywhere near as good as it used to. So what we've put on this vehicle is the Bendix Ultimate 4x4 brake upgrade kit. So that's braided brake lines, it's your ultimate brake pads and the rotors. And I can tell you what, this thing actually pulls up on a dime. Now onto the back of the car, we've got the all new TJM rear bar, which I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for. These things are fantastic. Thought out unbelievably. So look how easy this is. So you don't have to bend right down like other manufacturers. They've got a locking pin as well, so I know that a couple of my customers have forgotten to shut it, so she's not going to move and smash into the rear of your car. Super easy, even with a 35-inch tire on there. It gives you full access to the back of the car. So this being a touring vehicle and doing a lot of touring, I've opted for the RV storage solution drawer setup because these guys can fully customize exactly what you're after. So I normally house all my recovery gear, chainsaw, all my tools, everything goes in here. And then I've still got a pantry slide here for all the little knickknacks. And this is the best part. 85-litre Bushman's fridge. And Scotty, if you duck in there, mate, you will see a pie oven and a full pantry. Now, obviously running Starlink, running the fridges, running compressors, running inverters, everything in here is either in the side wings or actually under the drawer system. So I'm running 2 TJM lithium 100 amp hour batteries with the TJM DC to DC charger. I've got the TJM 2100 watt inverter tucked in behind here with a GPO. So I simply flick it on, plug it in and away I go. And then I've got all my other switches over here. Compressor, I've got the TJM dual compressor in that side wing kit. All I've got to do is get my air line out, plug it in and away I go. So there's a few things that we haven't spoken about to complete this build. I've got the Clearview compact towing mirrors for when I am towing a van. If we come back here, I've got the on-tap jerry cans. So these are actually powered. They plug into a 12-volt socket and give you a shower basically. And then we've got all the TJM camp lighting. So I've got the TJM lights up under here. If you duck over, I've got all the TJM lighting on the corners of the platform. And not to mention, we've also got the Max Tracks for recovery, which are still brand new. And underneath the vehicle, I've actually added the 150-litre Brown Davis auxiliary fuel tank. So this has a fuel capacity now of 270 litres.
Ooh. Ooh. Thirsty girl.
So guys, that's a wrap on my 300 Series GR build. Let us know in the comments if there's anything that we've missed, if there's anything new, or if there's anything that we should have on this vehicle that we haven't, anything to make it even better than what it actually is. Or if you're in the market for something like this because you want to do what we've been doing, hit us up at TJM Northern Beaches and we can take you through the options. Thanks for tuning in. Cheers.